This is Ranger Rick out here on the Chestnut Ridge Loop Trail near Roanoke, Virginia in the fall. You can see beautiful leaves all around us. The leaf season has descended upon us, and there's always an urge for information for people about why the leaves change, why they turn, why they're green and then they turn, brown. But there's been recent research that's brought a lot of new light to this situation that hasn't been shared with people. Part of it comes from the fact that trees are far more sensitive than we've ever realized. They're not as sensitive as, a kitten's whisker, say, or a frog's eyelid to the sun, or a woman to objective information. But they're very sensitive, far more sensitive than we ever knew. And over the years, they would come out in the spring, with those little buds, and people would be on the parkway, and everybody would be happy. And the traffic would build, and the trees would build more and more because people were coming back on the parkway. And then they would put out like nuts and flowers and giant leaves and blooms, and people would quit coming. Of course, now part of that had to do with the heat, but the trees didn't know that. And over the years, the trees developed. The trees have evolved to have a reaction because, as we all learned in the 8th grade, they have chloroform in them. All trees and the leaves have chloroform. And the trees got to the point where they realized they could use this chloroform to just sort of choke themselves and turn everything brown and red and orange until, despite the people that weren't coming on the parkway anymore. So they would go into this giant, you know how chloroform used to do to people. They'd kill people with that. So the trees would just, kill themselves with their chloroform.
It's chlorophyll, Kurt. Chlorophyll.
What?
Chlorophyll.
Well, never mind.